Somehow, he's got to be the grown-up in all of this for Texas A&M with Johnny Manziel. Jimmy Burch, college football writer, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. He was there at the press conference, media day yesterday. What was the mood like in general, Jimmy?
Dan, it was, you could tell Kevin was a little guarded, a little, about what he wanted to say, and it was kind of just, there's so many unanswered questions, and from A&M's standpoint all the way, they didn't have a lot of meaningful answers, just a lot of curiosity in the air and a lot of excitement and buzz, because I guess everybody knows there's some repercussions that could be major ones that could come down from this if anything is proven to be true by the NCAA.
A&M shielding Johnny Manziel right now?
Kevin said it was a one-day deal and a mutual decision, that Johnny will talk in time. I think right now they're just kind of in a fact-finding mode. The football individuals, coaches, teammates, etc., Kevin said, heard it for the first time Sunday themselves, so they're a little bit shell-shocked. It was pretty much all fresh information to them as well.
A&M hire a law firm?
They did. Same Birmingham firm that represented Auburn in the Cam Newton situation. That came out later last night.
Okay. I guess I find it ironic that here you are trying to help him stay eligible so he can play against Alabama, so you get a law firm from Alabama to help you with the Johnny Manziel situation.
It's ironic, but I guess they had a pretty successful track record from 2010. So.
As far as being around Manziel, people keep trying to paint him as a normal 20-year-old college kid, and I keep telling him he's not. That he's treated differently, acts differently. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. I understand that, there's a lot of good that comes with that. There are some negatives. There's some adjustments there. You're around him, around the program. How do you think he's treated by the program? And he says, walk in my shoes, and, you'd know how I feel. What are those shoes like?
Well, he took all online classes in the spring semester, in part because there was so much falderall about him being on campus from his standpoint. He traveled quite a bit. He comes from East Texas oil money, and he's given more leeway than a lot of other athletes in this situation. But he, in terms of crossing lines, this is the first one he's crossed that really brings the team into a bad situation, as opposed to just bringing himself into a bad situation in terms of how he's viewed either by the public or by potential NFL employers in the future. I mean, he's, as I've written before, he's kind of like the Joe Namath of the Twitter era. He's a free spirit.
Do you believe the autograph story?
Well, I believe that there was something in the room. I don't know enough to know whether he. It's hard for me to believe he's not smarter than that, Dan. I mean, it's he's got. Of all the kids out there, he wouldn't need a 5-figure handshake, to make ends meet. And I would think he would be a lot savvier to know what the repercussions are with this. Having said that, he's obviously kind of a free spirit and is, pushes the envelope and lives large. A lot of time, 20-year-old kids think they can get by with things that they can't. But I would be surprised if he fell for this.
Well, here's the reason why I think the story's true, whether they prove it or not, is he detests signing autographs. So why not get paid to do something that you hate? Now I at least have a reason to do it. And if somebody's going to offer you whatever it is, $15,000, $20,000, and I can sign these autographs, all right, for a change, I'm getting something back. In his mind, maybe to process it that way. What do you think?
I could see a 20-year-old mind thinking that way. I also would think he should know that's what repercussions are with that and stop himself.
Yeah, and he does have money, so that was the part where you go, he doesn't need to do it.
Right.
Well, wait a minute. Now I can do it, and I get paid for it. okay, now I can validate that. I'm just trying to understand. You're trying to understand what would be going through his mind. And every article, these extended articles on the mothership or Sports Illustrated, Johnny mentioned he hated signing autographs. He went to a therapist and they said, how do we reduce your stress? Stop me from signing autographs. Now all of a sudden I get paid. That's the only way I could validate this story, or at least in his mind. So do you think how's this play out here, Jimmy?
I think it's going to be difficult for the NCAA without any real paper trail to make this stick unless some people come forward that haven't come forward already. That's just my hunch.
Good to visit with you, Jimmy. Thanks for joining us.
Glad to do it anytime.
Jimmy Burch, Fort Worth Star-Telegram.